Hey there! In today's video, we're going over the 2022-2023 TMSCA General Math Test number 1. Let's do it. Alright, number 11. Which inequality is represented by the graph below? Okay, so to solve this problem, you need to know two things. What this circle means and what this line means. If you know this, you can easily solve this problem. So first, let's see what this line means. So this line, it's pointing away from 14 or less than 14 because it's going in the opposite direction or to the left, which means it is going in the negative direction. So it is going less from 14. Okay, so using this, we can see which inequality is graphed. So if we see here, there's only a few that is less than 14. So n has to be less, right? So it can't be a because n is greater than 14 in a. It can't be b because n is greater than or equal to 14. It can't be c because n is equal to 14. So it's either d or e. Now, how do we know which one it is? Well, for this problem, the next thing we need to know is a circle. So the circle is an open circle like this. So when there's an open circle, that means it is just less than. It's not equal to as well. When there's a closed circle like this, that means it's less than or equal to. So now, if you see here, which one is just less than, that's E. And that's your answer. Next, if pi equals 3, what is the circumference of a circle with a radius of 17 millimeters? Well, the formula for circumference of a circle using the radius is just pi times r times 2, otherwise known as 2 pi r. That is the formula for finding the circumference of a circle using the radius. So now if we just fill in our values, we can easily solve this. So that's 2 times pi, which is 3, because we can see that here, times the radius, which is 17. Alright, so 2 times 3 is 6, so that just becomes 6 times 17. 6 times 17. 6 times 17 is 102, and that's your answer. Next, what are the new coordinates of the point 3, 1 by translation of x, y to x minus 7, y plus 5? Alright, so in this thing, we have 3, 1. So this is your x value, and this is your y value. So all we have to do is, to solve this problem, we just have to apply these changes onto our x and y. So we do the x minus 7. So our x is 3, so 3 minus 7, that's negative 4. And we do the y plus 5. Our y is 1, so y plus 5 is 6. So now we have negative 4 and 6, and we put it back into a coordinate like this. So that's negative 4, 6, and that's your answer. Next, LXXIV equals what in Arabic numbers? Alright, the first thing you need to know for this problem is that an Arabic number is just a regular number, so like 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now that we know this, we can solve our actual problem. So for Roman numerals, you need to know a few tricks. So first, you need to know what each Roman numeral is. So I is 1, V is 5, X is 10, L is 50, C is 100, D is 500, and M is 1000. I actually have a full video just on Roman numerals, and I go even more in depth about Roman numerals. If you want, check that video out. But let's continue with this problem. So there's one more thing you need to know for Roman numerals. When you have a 4 or a 9 or a 40 or 90 or any sort of number that's 4 or 9, you have to do something special. So instead of writing 4 as 1, 2, 3, 4, and instead of writing 9 as 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, you would write it as 1 before the next number. So for example, 4 would be IV. 4D would be XL because it's 10 before 50. Same thing with 9. 9 would be IX because it's 1 before 10. And 9D would be XC because it's 10 before 100. Alright, knowing this, we can solve our problem. So we have L. L is 50. And then we have two X's. So that's 10, 10. And then we have IV, that's just 4. So now we can add these up, and that's 74. And that's your answer. Next, number 15, negative 12 squared. Alright, so when you have this problem, let's say negative 12 squared, what you first have to do is you have to do the squared first. The reason is because in this problem, you can see this as negative of 12 squared. And in this case, you have to do the exponent first because according to the order of operations, the exponent always comes before the subtraction. So 12 squared is 144, and the negative of 144, that's just negative 144. and that's your answer. Next, which name can the polynomial 4m minus 3 be classified by? Okay, so we have 4m minus 3. So if we look at these answer choices, there's two things that we're looking for: the power and the amount of terms. So first, let's conquer the power. So the power is just the exponent of the highest exponent term. So if that's confusing, I'll explain it. So let's say our terms, let's say 2 and 1. This is just an example. This is not our actual problem. So in this case, the higher exponent term is the 4m squared because it has the higher exponent. So now in this case, this would be a quadratic binomial because it's to the power of 2 and it has 2 terms. But this is not our number. We're looking at 4m minus 3. So what is this? Well, the first number, or the highest ranking one, is just to the power of 1, meaning it's linear. When it's ever to the power of 1, it's always linear. And there's 2 terms, so it's a linear binomial. And that's your answer. Next, angle y is equal to 46.3 degrees. What is the measure of the supplement of angle y? Alright, so a supplementary angle, so that's just 180 degrees. So this means that two angles that add up to 180 degrees are supplementary. So to find the supplement of angle y, we just need to find 180 minus 46.3 degrees. I actually have a full video more in depth about supplementary and complementary angles, which will be pinned in the pin card at the top, but let's continue with this problem. Alright, 180 minus 46.3. That is just 133.7, and that's your answer. Next, what is the median of the data in the stem and leaf plot below? Alright, so the median is just the middle number in the set. So if there's 5 terms, the third term would be the middle number because it's in the middle of the set. So let's find the median in this. So we have 14, 15, 15, 27, 30, and 36 as indicated by this key. Alright, so now we just have to find the middle number. But here you can see that there's 6 terms, so you can't actually have a middle number if there's an even amount of terms, because the middle number would just be between these two terms. So that's exactly what we have to do. We have to find the number between 15 and 27. So that would just be 15 plus 27, which is 42, and then you divide that by 2, which is 21, and that's your answer. Next, Lily wants to buy a shirt that has an original price of $60. If the shirt is on sale for 30% off, how much will Lily save? Alright, so we need to just find 30% of 60. So 30% of 60, so we can really easily find that. And the way we do that is 60 times 30 over 100. Now, here's the trick with this problem. You can see that there's 2 zeros in 100, so you can count off these 2 zeros. So that just becomes 6 times 3, and that equals 18. And that's your answer. Next, 4/5 of 3/4 of 1,000. Alright, so to do this problem, we just have to do fraction multiplication with 4/5 and 3/4. So we can get this and do 12 over 20. Alright, now we do 12 over 20 times 1,000. That becomes 12,000 divided by 20. So that becomes 600, and that's your answer. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to show your support. These videos take a lot of effort to make, and I would really appreciate it.